Sarah, how was your doctor's appointment? Just finished with the checkup. Still waiting to hear if my son's finally going to be a father. What did the doctor say? Are you pregnant? Yes, I am. 3 months along. Oh, so you finally got pregnant. Only took what, 4 years of trying? We wanted to be sure before telling anyone. Why did you wait so long to tell me? We had some false positives before. Didn't want to get hopes up. At least the treatments finally worked. Have you told Ryan yet? I just told Ryan too. What did he say? He was overjoyed. He actually cried when I showed him the test. Of course he would be. It took long enough. My friend Janet's daughter got pregnant right after the wedding. Some women just have it easier, I guess. Every couple's journey is different. I never thought it would take this long to get a grandchild. All my friends are already grandmothers. Some even have multiple grandchildren. Sorry it took so long. The fertility treatments were hard on both of us. At least you could afford the treatments with your fancy job. Ryan used to call you his perfect woman, but I wonder what's so perfect about someone who took this long to get pregnant. Perfect? Did Ryan really say that about me? He sure did. Almost every day when you were dating. My son was singing your praises even before you got married. Said you graduated from an elite university and landed a job at a Fortune 500 company. Wouldn't stop talking about his brilliant girlfriend. He kept going on about how quickly you got promoted. 3 promotions in 5 years, wasn't it? I guess that's how you could afford such a nice house. The promotions were just luck. I happened to be in the right place at the right time. Always so modest. That's what Ryan loves about you. No need to be modest. Being good at your job is admirable. Thanks to that, I get to live in this beautiful house. The kitchen is twice the size of my old one. Oh, have you settled into the new living arrangement? Is your room comfortable enough? Completely settled in. Much better than that tiny house I had before. Sarah, thank you so much. But you know, being a mother isn't about degrees or career success. A baby needs attention more than money. Do you understand that? You're right, Barbara. I'll do my best to be a good mother. I'm planning to take full maternity leave. A good mother? I honestly can't see you being one. You're always at the office. I can adjust my schedule. Ryan and I have already discussed it. Why not? You'll probably hire a nanny anyway. What if the baby inherits your bad features? Excuse me? Not to be rude, but Sarah, you're not exactly blessed in the looks department, are you? I've been meaning to bring this up. Or do you actually think you're pretty? Do you even look in mirrors? Of course you don't. Those narrow eyes and pointed mouth. You look like something out of a Halloween store. I've been wanting to say this since Ryan first brought you home. You're right. I know I'm not beautiful. I'm aware of that. But does it really matter? Good that you're aware. At least you're not delusional. I was worried you might be deluding yourself into thinking you were pretty. The way you walk around so confidently with that face. It's such a hassle to correct people who don't know their place. Someone had to tell you eventually. Are you worried the baby will look like me? Is that what this is about? As long as they take after my son, it'll be fine. My Ryan is handsome, isn't he? He got his looks from my side of the family. His father was incredibly handsome too. So make sure you give birth to a baby that looks like him. I can't control that. Genetics don't work that way. Have you looked into those old wives' tales about how to make sure the baby looks like the father? It would be such a shame if the baby looked like you, wouldn't it? I've been losing sleep thinking about it. Even if they inherit your smarts, with a face like yours, they might never get married. I got married, though, so I don't think we need to worry that much. Ryan loves me for who I am. That's only because my son is so accepting. He's always been too nice for his own good. Ever since he was little, he'd bring home stray animals. Who knows if your child will be lucky enough to find someone who looks past their appearances like Ryan did. Not everyone is as charitable as my son. Being attractive makes life so much easier. You must know that from experience. I'm sure you've experienced setbacks because of your looks. All those times you were passed over for opportunities. No, I haven't. My success is because of my hard work. Really? You've never been rejected by guys or called ugly? Before Ryan, I mean. You must have been turned down for jobs or interviews. Be honest with me. That must have been because of your looks. No other explanation. I've been rejected before, but I don't know if it had anything to do with my appearance. People get rejected for all sorts of reasons. My qualifications speak for themselves. Of course it did. Don't be naive, Sarah. You might be successful overall, but life would have been so much easier if you were pretty. I've seen how people look at you at family gatherings. Your face has been holding you back. My friend Janet's daughter got promoted faster than you, and she's gorgeous. I don't want my grandchild to carry the same burden. Have you considered saving for their future plastic surgery? That's completely inappropriate. I'm just thinking ahead. As a grandmother, I have to consider these things. My child isn't even born yet. Exactly why we need to plan ahead. I've been researching the best procedures. Please stop. You're being too sensitive. I'm only trying to help. Ryan wouldn't want you talking like this. Oh, you're going to tell on me? Like a child running to daddy? No, I wouldn't want to worry him. Good, because he'd probably just laugh it off anyway. He knows I'm right. I need some time to rest. Doctor's orders. Fine, take your rest. But think about what I said, about the plastic surgery fund. It's never too early to start saving. Sarah, congratulations on giving birth. Finally got to see the pictures Ryan sent. Yes, it took a while, but we have a healthy baby girl, 7 pounds, 6 ounces, perfect APGAR scores. Ryan just sent me the pictures. Looks like my worst fears came true. I was hoping the ultrasound was misleading. What? What do you mean? She looks exactly like you. The nurses must have been shocked at how ugly she is. I bet they were whispering about it in the delivery room. Did they make any strange faces when they handed her to you? Like mother, like daughter. Guess ugly babies come from ugly mothers. At least you had a C-section. Natural birth might have made her face worse. All newborns look similar. The pediatrician said she's perfectly healthy. Isn't it too early to say she looks like me? Baby's features change so much in the first year. She definitely doesn't look like my son. I've been comparing the baby pictures. When Ryan was born, he had such refined features, such delicate bone structure. He didn't look like a squashed toad like this one. I've shown the pictures to my friends. They were too polite to say anything, but I saw their expressions. A squashed toad? You're showing her pictures to mock her? And it's a girl, too. That makes it even worse. Poor thing, being born with that face. Girls need to be pretty. She better be smart like you, or her life is going to be rough. Is that what your parents thought too? Did they push you to study because of your looks? They must have known you'd need something to fall back on. If she can't be pretty, at least make her smart. Start saving for her education now. She's your granddaughter too, Barbara. Your own flesh and blood. She's my daughter, but she's also Ryan's. Can't you see any of him in her? Please try to love her. She deserves that much. But with that face, I'll probably get irritated every time I see her. It's like looking at a tiny version of you. Even Ryan said so. He said she looks like a monkey. He was laughing about it. Everyone who sees your baby has the same reaction. The other grandmothers at church asked if she was adopted. Maybe wait a bit before deciding you're disappointed in her. She's not even a month old. Her features might change as she grows. The doctor said most babies look completely different by 6 months. Her features might change, but her face won't. Bone structure is bone structure. She's never going to be pretty. But you're right. Maybe she'll change. There's always hope, I suppose. If she's not as ugly as you, I might accept her as my granddaughter. Let's see how she looks in 2 to 3 months. Maybe a miracle will happen. She doesn't need a miracle. She's perfect as she is. That's what ugly people always say. Inner beauty and all that nonsense. I'm not discussing this anymore. Fine, we'll wait and see, but don't get your hopes up. It's been 3 months and she hasn't changed at all. Just checked the new photos Ryan sent. Still ugly like you. I was really hoping she'd grow into her features. Guess ugly mothers only make ugly babies. Nature is so cruel sometimes. How can you say that? She's adorable. Look at her smile in those pictures. Everyone at daycare says she's the happiest baby. Where? Which picture? Are you blind? All I see is a monkey or a toad. Maybe you need glasses. Or you're just in denial. Such a disappointment for my first grandchild. I was so excited to show her off to my friends. We tried so hard to have this baby. 4 years of treatment. Countless doctor visits. How can you be so cruel? Well, I won't love her. Some things even a grandmother's love can't overcome. I won't even acknowledge her as my granddaughter. Not until she improves. Please don't say that. She can hear you when you visit. She's starting to understand words. She's our precious daughter. How would Ryan feel if he knew you were saying these things? She's not precious at all. Don't try to guilt me. My poor son, surrounded by such ugly people. He could have done so much better. That pretty girl from his office was interested in him. If you're not going to have another baby, then fine. Maybe the next one would look better. But since you can't seem to make pretty babies, leave my son and get out. Divorce him. Let him start over with someone better. What right do you have to say that? This is my family too. Ryan has no complaints about how our daughter or I look. He loves us both. then that's all that matters, isn't it? Who are you to interfere? Why should I have to get divorced? Do you know how ridiculous you sound? Because I don't like you. Never have. What mother-in-law says goes. I raised him. I know what's best. I'll find a new wife for my son, someone worthy of the Wilson name. Next time, I won't let him marry someone as ugly as you. I've already started looking. Janet's niece is divorced now. She's much prettier than you. That's enough. Watch yourself, you bitter old hag. You've crossed a line. Hag? Are you talking to me? How dare you? What's gotten into you? After all I've done for you, you're really one to talk about looks. At least I was beautiful when I was young. All I see is an ugly woman with an ugly personality to match. Who are you calling a hag? You're the ugly one, both inside and out. How dare you speak to me like that, after I've tolerated you all these years? Barbara, your inner ugliness shows on your face. Every bitter word has left its mark. I agree with what you said about Ryan being beautiful. He's beautiful in every way. Unlike you, his beauty is both inside and out. He's kind and sincere. He got none of that from you. The complete opposite of you. No wonder he fell far from the tree. How dare you insult me like this, you ungrateful little witch! I definitely don't want you as a daughter-in-law anymore. Not after this disrespect. You're not worthy of my son. Never were. You've been pretending to be nice this whole time, but your true colors are just as ugly as your face. I knew there was something off about you. This is who I really am. I'm done pretending. I've been able to tolerate everything you've said until now. Every nasty comment, every backhanded compliment. I've never even complained to Ryan about you. 4 years of your abuse. I didn't want to worry my kind husband. But you went too far when you attacked my daughter. I've been tolerating you too. You think it's easy seeing my son with someone like you? But I've reached my limit. No more playing nice. Then let's both stop pretending. Let Ryan see who his mother really is. Ryan, please listen. You need to control your wife. Your wife is being horrible to me. She called me a hag. After everything I've done for her, kick her out and divorce her. Do it for your mother.
Look who's talking, you miserable old witch! I saw all the messages. How dare you insult my wife and daughter's looks? What exactly is ugly about them? I want you to explain yourself.
Ryan, is this really you? You never talk to me this way.
Who else would it be? Answer the question.
This can't be. My Ryan would never speak to me so harshly. You're such a sweet boy. You've always been so gentle.
Well, you made this sweet person angry enough to change. I've been reading your messages to Sarah, all of them. Of course I'm furious when you insult my beloved wife and daughter. What kind of man wouldn't be? Wouldn't anyone be? How long has this been going on? Mom, you said my daughter looks like a monkey or a toad? Your own granddaughter?
The toad thing was just a joke. You know how I joke. And you said she looked like a monkey too. You were laughing about it. Remember, in the hospital?
I said she was cute like a little monkey, not that she was ugly. Don't twist my words. My daughter isn't ugly. She's beautiful, every inch of her. And so is Sarah. Always has been. I fell in love with her at first sight. You know that.
Really? You never told me that part.
The moment I saw her, I was head over heels. I had to ask her out 3 times before she said yes. I've never told anyone this because it's embarrassing, but I'm telling you now, so you understand how special she is.
You fell in love at first sight with that face? I thought you were just being charitable.
Got a problem with that? What's wrong with her face? Look, your opinion about Sarah's looks is your problem, not hers. She's beautiful to me every single day. Sure, everyone has different tastes, but are you saying there's something wrong with my judgment? Are you saying I have bad taste for falling in love with Sarah? Is that what you think of your son?
I didn't say that. I just want what's best for you.
Why should we have to get divorced just because you say so? Who do you think you are? Remember who let you move in with us. Remember whose house this is.
Of course I'm grateful for that. I never meant...
This house was only possible because of Sarah, her hard work. If Sarah hadn't agreed, you wouldn't even be living here. You'd still be in that run-down place. Don't bite the hand that feeds you.
What do you mean the house was possible because of Sarah? I thought you bought it.
Sarah bought this house with her own money, every penny of it. She had amazing savings from all those promotions you mocked.
Sarah earns that much? More than you?
Yeah, she does. Always has. She makes more than I do, and I'm proud of her. Actually, I'm thinking of becoming a stay-at-home dad. I'll take care of our daughter and the house while Sarah works, since you're so concerned about our daughter's care.
So Sarah's going to be the main provider. But that's not traditional.
And she's saying she doesn't want to live with you anymore. Neither do I.
Oh, if the breadwinner says so, I guess I have to listen. Wait, no, this is wrong. I never meant to insult them. Not really. We can talk this out. Please, Ryan.
I don't want you in this house either. Once you leave, don't ever show your face again. Don't contact us. No more letters, no more calls. As far as I'm concerned, I don't have a mother anymore.
But, Sarah, I'm sorry about earlier. I didn't mean those things I said. Please don't kick me out. We can work this out. It's too late for that. We're already arranging your move. The apartment complex has an opening. Please don't. I'll do better. You heard from Ryan, right? You're leaving the house. End of discussion. Yes, I heard. He just texted me. He's so angry. Did you text him thinking he'd take your side? That he'd defend you? After everything you've said? Of course not. I have nowhere else to go. My old house is sold. Please, I'm begging you, don't kick me out. I'll be on the streets. But doesn't seeing my daughter's face irritate you? Wasn't that what you said? Then we can't live together. And since this is our house, you're the one who has to leave. Simple as that. That was just a joke. Can't you take a joke? Excuse me? A joke? When I said those mean things, it was my weird way of showing affection. It's how I express love. You know I have a sharp tongue, right? Ask anyone. My way of showing love is just a bit different. You have to understand. A bit? Seems more than a bit off to me. Calling your granddaughter a toad is love? I don't really hate how my granddaughter looks. She's growing on me. Even if she doesn't look like Ryan, I'm starting to find her cute. Just give me another chance. Don't force yourself. We all know what you really think. You think she's ugly, right? Just like her mother. Please forgive me. I'll do anything. If you kick me out of this house, I'll be in real trouble. I already gave up my old place, and I can't survive on just savings and pension. Have mercy! Why don't you get a job? Since you're so judgmental about appearances, someone like you should have no problem finding work, right? You're nothing like an ugly person like me. Job hunting should be easy for you, shouldn't it? Use that pretty face you're so proud of. I don't actually think I'm beautiful. Not anymore. Oh, really? That's new. The way you kept mocking other people's looks, I thought you must be very confident about your own appearance. So you're not confident at all? Just bitter? I have no confidence. Never had any. I don't have anything to be proud of like you do. I've barely worked, never went to a good school. I was just jealous of how accomplished you are. That's why I said those mean things. I'm sorry. So sorry. I don't care about your apology. Too little, too late. You're still leaving. We'll find you a place. A cheap, run-down apartment should be fine, right? Since you're so good at judging living spaces. Please, don't abandon me. I'm begging you. You know what? I'm glad our daughter takes after me instead of you. Thank goodness she didn't inherit your ugly personality. Ryan immediately kicked his mother out. Despite Barbara's tearful apologies, Ryan refused to forgive her. Barbara now lives alone in an old apartment, barely making ends meet with a part-time job. She sends apologetic letters to our house every year, but we throw them away without reading them. We have no intention of forgiving her. Ryan adores our daughter more than anything in the world, and I find her absolutely precious. I don't understand how anyone could call her ugly. Barbara's cruel comments about others' appearances stemmed from her own insecurities. She could only boost her self-esteem by putting others down. How could she not realize that this made her the ugliest person of all?